I'm Dr. Ken Canfield, founder of Fathers.com. I've been privileged over the last 40 years to look at fathering and fatherlessness from a research point of view, as well as a practical point of view. Having 5 children, I think God kept me in the crucible so I'd be the real deal. And it's been a time of groaning and growing. And that's one of the distinguishing characteristics of dads that are flourishing. They're growing. And I want to summarize in 4 quick things that we need to be doing as dads. I call them the I cans of fathering. It's involvement, it's consistency, it's awareness, and it's nurturance. And this is how it parses out. When you look at fathers, they have 168 hours a week. That's all they have. They have to work, they have to deal with a lot of things, and that fathering is crucial. What I want you to do is think about the hours that you're spending with your children. It gets tighter and tighter as they grow. When I told Dr. Don Burwell, Don, it's really important that you focus on this, he made a phone call. He was on a business ministry trip. He called and his daughter Tasha answered the phone. And he said this, Tasha, it's Dad, get Mom on the phone. And then he heard, Mom, the invisible man is on the phone. Don was stuck. He was an excellent entrepreneur and leader, but he had a decision to make. Is he going to excel at that, or is he going to be a dad? He made that decision. So your involvement is critical. How many hours and minutes are you investing? The second thing is consistency. Being a consistent dad is just showing up. Keep your promises. Here's a practical thing. It's a fun thing. In fact, one time I had my children get around the table and I said, I'll pay $5 to the one that can imitate me the best. And I had no idea. Remember, your children in some ways are sharper than you because they observe you. While you're doing the hard work and lifting, you are consistently sending messages. So this consistency must be remembered. How are you playing that out? Because truth is, you're the Rock of Gibraltar. You're a reference point for their future decisions. The third thing is your awareness. Are you tuned in? Do you know your children's best friends, their teachers, their aspirations, their spiritual gifts? All of those things build this awareness. And if you are an aware and attuned father, I mean, the world before them is right there, and you can be the cheerleader to take them on, and as well as the guide to keep them from perhaps decisions or behaviors you know aren't healthy, because why? You are a son and you've lived through it. And the fourth thing is probably the most difficult, and I'll share a personal story. It's this nurturance. It's emotional attunement. If you're not tuned in to the heart of your child, that is going to be a miss that you're going to play back and say, did I do well there? You know, this sharing of pride, this sharing of love, this care is so important. Now, growing up as a son, I didn't know that till my mid-30s when it all of a sudden dawned on me. I never heard my dad say, I love you. And so I thought, you know, I've got to reverse this, because he was the son of another dad who was the son of another dad, and things get passed on unless there's a disruptive, what I'd say, habit and behavior. So I showed up at my dad's house and I said, hey, Dad, I just want you to know, I love you. And it was stone cold. He didn't know how to respond. I was reaching out in love to him. Nothing was said. About 3 or 4 months later, I showed up again. I thought, this is interesting. I said, as I was going out the door, my mom was sitting at the table, my dad was there. Hey, Dad, I went over, looked him in the eye, said, I love you, Dad. And he wouldn't even look me in the eye. He looked the other way. And he said, your mom and I feel the same. I'm thinking, I'm making progress. The 3rd time I went there, and finally, when I left, I said, Dad, I just want you to know, I really am so proud and love you. And with tears in his eyes, he said, Ken, I love you too. I didn't know what that power was because I didn't have it growing up. Dad, you're the power to bless, to encourage, to love, and to share the privilege you have of nurturing your kids. So let me bring this back around. How involved are you going to be? How are you going to prioritize the time that you have? How consistent in your behavior, your attitudes, and follow through? Are those promises being kept? If not, ask your kids. Third, how tuned in and aware are you? You know, in early America, there was some writings that said your wife, the mother of your child, is your eye to see when you're not there. She's your ear that hears. Staying close with those who have impact in your child's life is a difference maker. And finally, the nurturance, you just can't nurture enough. So I believe these are the things that will distinguish you as a dad and make you a dad of destiny.